Oh, autosave. Okay, fine, sure. Do your thing, autosave. There we go. Now we're into episode 35 of the Spaceblock 40 challenge. Last time we put together some things that are going to make blue ships, except they're not making blue ships, and we cleared out the mixed build and the chaos buffer, except that it's backed up again because we ran out of acid. So a whole bunch of stuff isn't working, and time to go and put that back again. So I think we're going to make acid up here. I think that's going to be the way stuff happens. Maybe even like just over there or something. Let's I guess start putting the stuff together. I'm going to need some of this here. Here's the gas. Actually, here's the gas. Okay. Let's find an acid block that we can copy and paste, because that's how this works now, isn't it? It's basically this, isn't it? Do I also want, except it's got the logistics request on it as well, and I might just make more ore because I've got this fuel source here, so like I may as well. So I think we're going to use that as a fuel source, which means we can make our own ore, which means what I really need is like that, this block of this thing. That's kind of what we really need. And is this actually lines up really well, doesn't it? Sure. Yeah, because then this is going to go like that, or something. Yeah, so let's do that again, because why would we do one when we can do more than that? That one doesn't need to exist. Oh, there's another one pointing across there somewhere. So I've got to get water in somewhere. I do have water over here, so let's just go like so. So now we've got water and we've got gas, and that's fine. And the power isn't connecting. Sure, whatever. Okay, so now the only other thing we need is a source of iron, and I don't think I'm going to need to extend this heavy cracking in this direction much at all. I mean, I've already put the pipes in here, so it's kind of a mess, but I could just beacon it on this side, beacon it on this side, which means that, yeah, I'm pretty happy just putting more iron processing in like here somewhere. We'll do that, and then we'll also pretend that concreting the base is a thing that's important to us. And just like have a road up that way. Cool, so we've got a road. Why these guys aren't actually powered? Oh no, those guys aren't powered. Okay, that I can also just deal with fine. These guys are done, and these guys just need their metal, so the metal is the only thing we're waiting on at the moment. And if I do it here, then first of all that all fits just fine. And second of all, this also still leaves me room for beacons here if I do want to expand this. But it's also probably just fine. This should probably connect here. I guess that should connect. You're making stuff, you're making stuff, making stuff. All the stuff is being made, which is good. This disgusts me. We're going to do it better. That's fine, that bit's fine. This is unnecessary. Yeah, so as soon as we get, do I have metal on my person? No. Yeah, so as soon as we get metal in here, we should be fine. So, let's find, yeah, this whole disaster here, whatever. I'm down in one of these acid builds. Like, the thing is, I think these ratios are kind of off, given that these guys have got mining productivity now. But I'm probably still just going to take that pattern. I think that's the pattern we're going to take. We're going to put it like here. Like that, sure. how many of these do we want? If I put... Do I think 3 of these things is going to be enough? Because the thing I'm spotting when I'm looking at this other stuff down here, scrolling to the other part again, is that these are still mostly full, even while supporting this guy. Probably I could do some math to figure out whether or not that's going to be a thing. But I could also just not do that. These guys need 1 iron plate per second multiplied by the building speed. So they actually need 1.7 iron plates a second, which is 10% of a belt. And so 3 of these should work. No, wait. It's 1.7 per second per each of these. So I actually... Really? That doesn't seem right. Oh, is that because... Have I beaconed these ones? Is that why these ones are faster? Or are they just limited... Are they... yeah, okay, so this is actually not quite enough metal, but I'm short on gas. Because that's just the rate it's coming out. This would have to all get faster, and yeah, we're just. But this also, this gas plant here isn't doing anything else, is it? All this oil that's coming out of whatever's. Do I actually have a crude oil shortage? I think I do actually have a crude oil shortage, because I'm turning a lot more through here as well. And yeah, and then there's the same acid problem here, which is going to be, yeah, sure, interesting. I've now done all the ticks I actually need to do. So I'm going to do... I mean, this is... In terms of challenge stacks, this is an objectively bad idea, because this is using up resources that I will need to do. Like, this is another 8 rocket launchers that I need to do, and this is another 2 rocket launchers I need to do, but you know, whatever, let's just keep going. Yeah, I think they had a gas shortage. I'm gonna give these guys more stuff, and this is gonna come this way. Yeah, that'll work. These guys, how many more of these do I need then? Because then there's still the middle one that doesn't quite reach. That's a bit of a shame, but it means these guys have to go every... Yeah. Oh well. Okay, so let's do that. And then let's do... this as well, and then... I mean, I've still got light oil. I actually reckon... Can I do this in a way where it also gets the beacon? It's getting the beacon here, isn't it? Yes. So if this guy's going to make me solid fuel, and then the solid fuel can just... Yeah, we could just, like, spaghetti this nonsense together again, because of course that's what's happening. Spaghetti it together, not spaghetti it apart. Okay, so I have not actually checked whether or not that's enough solid fuel for those guys, but you know, whatever. We got a bit of a seed here. You guys can go and start and do things. This should give me more acid. Is this going to give me enough acid? Probably I should beacon this a bit harder. There we go, beaconings have happened. Great, so we're going to get a bunch more acid through there. This should help get us more blue chips. This is... yeah, it'll be fine. Stuff's going to happen. It's fine. Do I want to give these prod mods rather than speed mods if I've got the speed coming in here? Maybe. I think these guys are worth it. And then let's find this thing and go from 2s to 3s. because this is still, yeah, these guys don't have the other beacons yet, and they're still getting faster. So that's probably going to be fine. I have not thought about the ratios of that at all. That's a thing we're going to walk away from and presume that it's going to be better. Didn't I kicked off, yeah, the start of a power plant, and then didn't actually build the rest of it. So let's get the next power plant that we need, given that it needs to go here, right? All the water fill's going to go in. This is going to connect here. These, I still would like a power connection over here. Like, that feels like a sensible thing. But, you know, whatever. That's not one I can check. Yeah, I didn't really need it, but I kind of do because all of this stuff is blocked up. So this is going to do what it needs to. The answer is yes, and we're already going. Okay, so the problem is, I mean, there are a variety of problems here. All of this stuff needs to come off the belt so that it can move again, so that things can get picked up off the belt. Yeah. So all that's, I mean, yeah, continuing disasters, sure. Which way do I get out of here? Do I get out of here this way? Yeah. Should we do, yeah, let's do this, yeah, this LDS juggling trick again, which is still a bit of a shame. But it would at least help us move some of the things off this belt, probably. And I've got one piece of red ammo in. Okay, so now I was going to cut blue science as well, wasn't I? Because I kind of don't need that much, probably. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, so what are the next things I want to work on? This is going in and just needs its pumps, so let's throw in the pumps. There and there, and I mean, I could have done this with... I could have done that with the blueprint. I mean, I actually need to do the blueprint anyway, because the top half of everything, all of these guys also need to exist, and these guys aren't getting powered, but whatever. All of that's calming up the temperature, because, you know, neighborhood bonus is great. This is all moving a little bit, which is nice. Probably not moving enough, but that might have also been always part of what was going to happen. Yeah, this green chips buffer is emptying, I guess, kind of nice. Yeah, we can just help those guys with their stuff for a bit. Okay, so hopefully all of this is, and it should flow a bit better once all of these things start working again and taking more of these chips off the belt. Do I want to start 5, 12, 6, 7? That's still a long way from 48, isn't it? I think I want to start requesting efficiency modules here. No, I'm going to go do the other thing first. I mean, this is still a bit of a disaster. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Where are the other things that needed LDS? There was this guy can have a lot of LDS, that'll be fine, and then also this guy can have a lot of LDS, and actually a lot of chips as well. Yeah, because the thing of the other things that struck me, yeah, this is the thing I'm looking at, is I have not very many of these guys left. Like, this is ticking over at a decent rate, except that it ran through this buffer of stuff, which means, actually, I mean, we're going to do this differently from now because of how many of these things we have left. We're gonna redo this as well. Some of you can go there, some of you can go there. This should mean both of you guys get all the stuff you need. That may as well be like so, and then somewhere, yeah, somewhere over here was the realization that I have a place where I'm building ammo, so let's build more ammo. After, you know, previously building some of these and then taking them away. And then, yeah, what was... If I am building more of these robots, it's 3 magazines every 8 seconds, and these guys are a magazine a second. So it's actually pretty close to being able to direct feed it. So do I want to just direct feed it? Maybe. Because the thing... Yeah, let's figure out how that would work. So I've just added 2 there, and then I have an iron shortage. We're going to need more materials for this anyway. That's just going to be how that's going to go. Yeah. These things can move again. This can go here. All of these are actually in the wrong place. Are they? No, it's not true. Yeah, it is true. These are in the wrong place. They're going to be like here. You can go away. Are you guys going? Yeah, kind of. But you're short on uranium. Yes, which is also going to be a feature of me being short of acid, right? Are you just waiting on the bots to deliver it? I've still got some of it. You're just waiting on bots to get it there. Okay, fine. All you guys are going... But I've run out of belt space. Okay. You guys can have more belt space. Belt space is a thing of which you can have a lot. That should make that a... Yeah, that should be less congested now. Cool. Okay, so the thing about this is, there's going to need to be another belt one way or the other, and then something like this again, and then we're driving the output belt over there. Let's put them in the right place. These robots, they need cogs and chips, which are also kind of a thing I don't really have a whole lot of yet. Is that true? I don't have the output that, like this surplus that I would like. I also don't know if I'm going to have enough copper on that belt, either by production or by belt capacity. So this, I guess this guy here can move like so. Sure, and then this is fine, isn't it? This is yeah, normal things. It's fine. That's kind of usually what happens there, isn't it? It's great. That's all doing what it needs to. I've got materials I don't need, which can go away, and then I think the plan here is straight up going to be, you know, we already know how this works. The way this works is we blueprint in a pile of landfill, and because we just do more lanes of mining. More lanes of mining, more lanes of smelting. In fact, I don't actually think I need that much of it, because I've already got this stuff, which is already kind of full. Like all of these 3 lanes, I could in fact have, and I think this is also partly because the steel is kind of not overly being used. That's not true. It is all going. That is the rate at which that happens. I'm just not pulling ore off the belt. Okay, and so because of that, I can probably then have, yeah, we'll do some more of this stuff as well, and we'll make some more. We'll just make some more cogs and chips over here. I'm kind of specifically for this thing. Actually, let's figure out how many we need first. Yeah, and then also make more iron, because we need more of that as well. 3 every 8 seconds, about 1 a second. So actually I only really need 1 assembler's worth of either of these things. But I still think I still need more of both copper and iron, because all of this is just sparse now. So we're going to go do that. The bots are probably, yeah, everyone's going to turn up with a landfill that they've got, which is fine. Do I want... No, I don't think I want any more ore generation of any kind, do I? This is... Nice little autosave. Thank you. Yeah, so this is going to be... Let's do this kind of malarkey. Yeah. Oh, this is also still... That's one of the reasons why it looks... I mean, it is getting to the end. Those guys are doing everything they can. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why it looks like it could have more capacities, because it is all just a yellow belt of stuff. Okay, sure. And then let's also get the copper over here. How are we getting the copper over here? Are we getting the copper through here or something dumb like this? And I think the answer to that was always going to be yes. I mean, I don't actually need a full belt of copper here. But, you know, that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's find some smelting. Like, here is a lane of smelting. So let's grab this whole thing. Oh, this is the crazy mix of beacons thing, isn't it? This is going to be significantly more than I need. Never mind. Like, and I'm going to beacon that steel more than I need as well. Are these actually... Let's just put this here as well. Actually, let's not. Because I don't think I want to process that any faster than I have to. In fact, let's get rid of a bunch of those beacons, because I don't think I'm going to need that many beacons. Those are the wrong ones. Okay. We'll do it like that. We'll do this, and then we'll go like... We'll just make sure all of these guys are nice and standard. That lines up, and then they're cool. This is all going to work. I think this is all going to work. This probably looks like it's going to work. And then I'm going to get copper out of one of these and iron out of the other. And I kind of didn't care which way around it was. And this steel belt is not a thing I care about. Yeah, and then... why? That's a bad place for it, isn't it? That's also a bad place for him. Okay. These guys are pretty much going to the extent that they can. Because these guys are full and these guys don't have the other things they need, so these guys aren't running, and all of this is just going down there, so that's fine. Okay. And then let's also check that the other thing we did is now working, and it is. The acid is now blasted. So that's full, all these RCUs are doing things. I might yeah, this might be another thing that falls into the category of things I will do in between, of putting another RCU assembler here, and maybe even moving this so I can have another beacon here just to get more RCUs out, because that seems to be a thing that's kind of a big deal at the moment. Oh yeah, also a big deal. These guys having the other beacons they needed. Are these guys actually... Is everyone doing everything that they can? And the answer is kind of. I might actually be able to have either upgrade some of these beacons or have more beacons, or just otherwise get more stuff in here, because it looks a lot like this assembler doesn't have the belt space because this stuff isn't getting used enough. So that's another thing we're going to come back to. Can I have... That doesn't... Yeah, if I move these one to the side... Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to have a little more... Actually, these ones can already go there. Troll, they in fact cannot. I need that piece of landfill. But this will let me get more beacons on these guys, which will speed them up significantly, I thought. Okay, because they didn't have... Yeah, because they didn't have their beacons on at all yet. Yeah, sure, okay, fine. Yeah, so we've got iron and we've got copper. This, I think, is more than one belt at this point, isn't it? But I can do something where I go, like, I can have... Let's grab one of the... Not that bit. Let's grab, like, this much of a green chips build from the mixed build. And it looks like it can go here. That one probably doesn't need to exist at this point. Don't have undergrounds. Why don't I have undergrounds? I should have undergrounds somewhere. Yes, we'll tie this up. This can go here, that far, and then we've got the outputs of these guys here. And then... Yeah, then another one of these guys like here, which is also prioritizing into that build. And then I can take one lane of each of this stuff over here. Yeah, that should do a thing, shouldn't it? Where am I making cogs? I guess I'm making cogs here. That seems reasonable. I do have stack inserters on me. I've got a lot of these modules, which are not the kind I wanted. So you've got one beacon there. You can have another beacon here. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Yeah, we'll do that. This thing is because I did actually want to actually use that upgrade planet rather than just configure it, as it turns out. I think these guys... I mean, I'm only going to need a yellow belt worth. And even then a yellow belt is going to be more than I actually need. Let's leave that space in case I decide I want to do something with it, but I probably don't. And we can wander this over here. And soon... Yeah, so soon that will connect, and then at that point I should have a much larger supply of both of those things. Do I want to... Not... There's still a decent chance I'm going to want to do something else with those kinds of materials. How am I getting... Is this going to be... Yeah, this is going to be... Yeah, this is definitely going to be enough iron for this. I can go that way. Not actually sure this matters at this point, does it? I don't think this one needs to exist at this point either, because I've got the other belt of copper coming in from the other side. Basically I'm trying to figure out, can I Like, how do I end up? This space here does need to be this piece of copper, because otherwise the copper, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? I guess I just do something. Yeah, let's just make it worse. Sorted. But then how do I get? And I think the answer to that is going to be like this. The copper, which is here somewhere. Wait, no, because this copper, I also wanted to, to split onto these two belts somehow, didn't I? How am I going to do that? I think the answer to that is this moves back. Let's do that in the right place instead of the incorrect place. And then also put that underground to, like, here. Because now we'll just, this thing that we do I need half a red belt is going to be enough for all of that, isn't it? Okay, let's also go and connect these to the places they need to go so that they can continue to get work done. You're not short of chips because I broke some of your supplies. Sure. Do I spaghetti this through here, or do I give this guy another build on the other side? I think the answer is I just spaghetti it through, isn't it? Especially as the spaghetti can do that, which is just like, sure, fine. Sure, that's how things work, isn't it? You are requesting red chips, which you're not getting. Did I bust the... Where is the thing? It's full up again with different stuff this time. Cool, lots of blue chips, lots of LDS. Great, that's a good time. We're gonna have to go and sort that out again. At least we do have a lot more defender robots getting built now, other than the fact that I need to connect the copper. Okay. We are getting some useful things done. Not there. So that's going to do everything it needs to, isn't it? Yes. And then here... Is there a way... But also, do I need to? Some of the copper is getting there. Let's just see if, because I've got half a red belt of copper at this point. Let's just see if this gets to. Can I also? Okay, so here's going to be the next nasty hack. I should have one of these guys that I can put here. Yeah, that's going to do some ugly things, but is going to get more copper in, which will help everyone get all the copper they need. And yeah, now we've automated a bunch more of these things. Yeah. And I might end up in the quite amazing position of having more of them than I need. So we're going to start buffering those as well. Thought I had, yeah, here we go, here's a fast and soda. There. One of these things. Let's actually put this there. And now we've got, actually quite a nice situation of having a buffer of all of these robots. In fact, both of these guys can disappear at this point, can't they? So we nearly ran out of this buffer. We ran that giant buffer of multiple steel boxes we started with at the beginning. We've run down to this single buffer here, which is kind of okay. And then these guys are... They can just do that. This version might give me, if I do this, yeah. Okay, so this guy's still occasionally getting some things. Maybe they are going to swap backwards and forwards. Overall, that's fine. Building up a lot more robots, building up a lot of these robots. That's fine. Yeah, so that's a thing done. I think the next. I mean, it's still kind of moving, isn't it? But there's also still just a lot of blue chips. And I think one of the things I'm going to do about that is, because one of the other things that struck me is, I am going to need a lot of blue chips for things like rocket silos. This is actually going to starve. Yes, this is not a great idea, is it? It's going to starve. That will starve these guys of the blue circuits they need, whereas I could do it over here. Yeah, I can put it there. And I can also put one here. And that means that these guys will get all the blue circuits they need, but then also I will start to buffer a lot of blue circuits that I will need for all the various things that need a lot of blue circuits, of which there are many. And I actually need to turn purple signs back on again, which I guess is going to do good things to make sure there's less stuff on the belt. They've got space here. It's still the LDS. So much LDS. I think I'm pretty sure I stopped some of the LDS, didn't I? Did I just not stop enough of it? Let's stop some more of the LDS and just pretend that we've got enough for the moment. Thanks, it's fine. Okay, so these guys I didn't actually slow down at all. Okay, that sounds like a decent amount of LDS to stop. These guys are fine because I also blasted this acid here. So so of the various things that I think are going to be important to work on, because I'm kind of in the spot of having automated almost everything I need to. Is that true? Let's quickly go back and have a look at this bit of mall stuff. In particular, you have finished all of those loudspeakers, all of those, what are they? Power switches. So now you can do loudspeakers, and this is going to be, so that's going to be, have I actually done train, oh no, I did train stations over there or something, didn't I? Yeah, sure, let's get some of this garbage out of my inventory. But I still have construction robots on me. Yeah, sure. Power grid is now at 4.9. Did I expect that to be better? Are all you guys online? Yeah, that's just you all doing work. Yeah, okay. So I'm kind of not using the last one yet, but it's fine. We will need a bit more roboport coverage over here by the looks of things. Let's do that. These guys are now using all of the ore that I'm generating. So that's pretty nice. And that also means I've got a solution for this, right? Like, these guys aren't getting all the ore they should. These guys aren't getting all the ore they should. The thing we're going to do about that is, do I just double this? Let's not go wild. Let's just go like that far or something. And let's also pull it back a bit because I've got to figure out how to stitch it in, which it is currently not. And then I also need a bit more landfill. So we'll do that. Then we'll get all this kind of faff, and I also need a bit more roboport coverage. So we're going to do that as well, I guess. That's going to be, how this kind of works. And yeah, we'll make some more materials with, I mean, that's going to be more than we need for both of these guys, but also these guys are currently not doing much other than... okay, so I kind of need them for this ammunition stuff. That's... yeah, sure, it's all a bit of a spaghetti mess, but that's fine. Okay, these guys are still working on things. Are they? No, they need red chips, of which probably there are not that many getting into... yes, some of these are turning up here, but also kinda not. Yeah, sure. Other important stacks. That one is also still just done. These guys are... looks like they're draining. It might be because I'm requesting to get other stuff done. This will... I'm pretty sure this doesn't block up. I think this will just keep going as soon as these things are taken by the various things that need them. Yeah, science is still going, getting some more worker robot speed. Do I actually have... I do. Give me about half of these. I don't know exactly how many I'm going to need, but I am going to need a lot more train stuff to put all these things on a train. Do I have... where do I have a radar that I can put over there? Yeah. So we got a lot of stuff automated. I think I've got... especially all the tech just getting done. Yeah, have automated, I think, almost everything I need to, and there's going to be a case of looking at things and figuring out what the slow part is, and I'm thinking, and then building more of that, because the option is just to like have everything run over, or the other option is to build more of it. So we're going to build more of it. Is this guy's also still blocked on uranium, and these inserters are also just an interesting thing. So let's go. I think we'll see if we can make that a bit better. And by better I mean give it more inserters and maybe even speed modules. Speed moduling the space concrete assembler is a bit of a wild thing. Are these guys... yeah, so these guys are limited at the rate that cogs are coming in here, which is sure fine. Can I get... not easily. I would have to do... I've also run down the lubricant. Cool. That can also be a thing that I'm kind of happy with. I can do this. This will help get me... this will help me get me more cogs into this bit of the build. Even though some of it's full, it's fine. Yeah, because this guy... it could have more inserters, and then yeah, because it's now bottlenecked on the uranium. So if we do more of that, how would we get more uranium? First of all, do we have acid? And the answer is kind of, not really. We got a little more space. Is this gonna... I've gone like not quite far enough. Sure, can go like that. Yay, doing things by hand. Is that enough to get... it's not enough to get another 3 in. Okay. And then we'll just do like underground shenanigans. It'll be fine. There's no way that will like end up worse and have to be a thing that's maintained later. It'll of course be completely fine. Coal, you guys are coal powered. Probably you needed some coal as well. Uranium. I need seed uranium. Okay, so that should get me more uranium in. I don't think I'm going to have any kind of throughput issues there. Okay. So do we have... Is this still backed up? No, this is not backed up at all, which is quite nice. This is all just flowing, and it's not giving me all that many red chips, which is a little bit of a concern. And this is also still just full, and I need to be... Oh yeah, I was going to be... Am I near to... I am kind of... I'm not actually particularly near to that bit, am I? I was going to turn the... I can run down this thing, it's fine. I haven't seeded the... Yeah, okay, so there's the other ore stuff to do as well that I blueprinted but have not done anything about. Sure. This stuff... Like, these guys may as well request... Actually, these things. Not those things. These things. Because I know I've got a lot of these... and then you've also got all these things here, which is not what you need. If anything, you need, like, have some of these guys. There you go. Yeah, because those aren't really things that I need to use. I only really need them for the stacks, whereas some of these guys I've been working on for a bit longer, and then I also have the ones that are down here, of which there are not very many, because they're also just not getting past these ones, which kind of makes a degree of sense. I wonder if then... I wonder if I'm going to have an issue with purple science getting enough prod mods. And the answer is they're not running because they don't have the prod mods. Cool, okay. Other things to look at later that I'm not going to look at now, because the thing I'm going to do now is go back to this thing, which I blueprinted but then did not seed, and put it over here, like so, now that it's got the landfill. And then I need things I don't have. Cool. And I can't get through that way because pipes, but other than that... and I've got all the seeds I need down there, actually. The things are... I mean, how many spidertrons do I have at the moment? I've got 7 spidertrons. This is pretty great. I just need more RCUs. RCUs might be the other thing that I need a lot of. And I might also have to start buffering... Like, this is an amount of steel, but this is not the steel I need to make the number of silos that I'm going to have to make. So that's, you know, part one of a concern. Put pretty left. Yeah, so which of these things want to be which? I think this one here. Let's not do it like that. Let's do it like this. Can I get a lane balance? I can't quite get a lane balance in there at the same time, can I? But I also think it's probably going to be fine. These guys probably just lane balance between themselves just because of the nature of the thing. And then this one... I can continue to do ugly things, because, you know, that's how that works. And then... that one wants to be upgraded. Okay, let's at least seed these things first. Then I can figure out the rest of that later. The one on the right is the iron. And then this one is the copper. And probably there aren't going to be any belt capacity issues, and that's going to be more stuff than we need. There. So that's going to be fine. That's going to increase all of this stuff. We've got robots. Okay. When we have the ore, we'll have stuff that we want. Working on stacks of these things, which is nice. Working on stacks of this stuff, which is nice. Did we solve the space concrete's... Where's the space concrete? Did we solve the space concrete's uranium problem? And the answer is a little bit, yeah. It's now got a wood issue, which is also fine because we can just do some nonsense like that and go and seed that later, and it'll also be fine because it's not much short of wood, and it might also be short of coal. But yeah, now we're also short of acid for uranium, which is also a thing. That's because these guys are short of gas. Okay, so we can solve that by changing the speed mods to prod mods on that entire row of stuff. And I've still got some beacons here, and I can have more beacons here. Except the water's in the way. Yeah, sure. We're gonna pretend that that's fine. I could actually fit another beacon in here by requesting this stuff, couldn't I? I could do all of this. Yeah. That's gonna work just fine. If this requests solid fuel, and it's not gonna need many solid fuel. And then I can paste this in the gap here, and then I can have another beacon here that's also hitting all the acid. So that's going to be, these guys will still get fueled. These guys are going to get slightly more from their prod mods, but it's mostly down to these guys who we can also just... Yeah, we're into like the third or fourth, just the last thing here, aren't we? It's fine. Yeah, those can get beaconed. Can I get another one? I'd only be able to get one there, wouldn't I? So yes, all those guys are going to get faster. This is already a 3. This guy's kind of in the way, and I'm not going to be able to fit anything there. And yeah, sure. So we've got more materials coming in through here now. Let's approach this right. This has got its stuff. Yeah, everything looks like it's pretty happy. Things are just continuing. Yeah, I think there's some RCU and LDS stuff that I'll play around with between episodes to get a couple more RCUs here, but otherwise I think it's going to be like the next episode is going to be another kind of diagnostic case of like, what is the thing that it looks like we're going to be most short of, and can we build more of that thing? And it might end up being, I mean, silos are still going to be a thing. The blue logistics belt and stuff like that. Those are getting along nicely. I still need a bunch more for fish, but this is clearing up nicely now. Other than the fact that there's all the LDS that needs to go somewhere. But yeah, good times, getting a lot of stuff done.